Baron, it's Friday. You know what that means.
I don't know. What time is it?
It's time for Selling Microsoft Teams Room, Marin, and our producers didn't even know, but in the words of Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live. We'll do it live, and I'll write it, and we'll do it live. So 100%, Marin, it's Selling Microsoft Teams Room this week. We got a lot of news to get to, so let's jump right in. First off, there is new Android firmware. If you have not looked inside of Teams Admin Center, there is new firmware. There's a whole bunch of fixes that are inside of here. Please make sure to update your Android operating systems.
We've been waiting for that one for a while. That was a big update.
Waiting for this for a while, so go ahead and do that. Marin, my best friend, my documented best friend, is keynoting the Microsoft keynote this year in Enterprise Connect.
You gotta tell everybody where your documented best friends. What is it through?
This is 100%. Ing and I talk all the time and everything else. But Ilya is actually going. Ilya Bookstein is going to do the Microsoft keynote. He and Howard Wolowitz's astronaut friend Mike Massimino will be at Enterprise Connect this year. There's a whole bunch of things that we have coming up and everything else. I know that they've been going through this. This is an exciting one. I know that Ilya is excited. I'm excited. Enterprise Connect is excited. We got a lot to get to. Marin, also this month, we're going to actually turn on speaker attribution by default in your tenant unless you do something.
Right now, it's the IT admin that has to enable the end user to be able to turn on that feature. This is going to basically flip that, where it'll be able for the end user to do that unless the IT admin goes and steps in and kind of puts a stop to that. So just know that that change is happening. I think that's great for our world, and that a lot of people are not going through and enabling that. So it's going to bring speaker attribution to the forefront. We want to get a lot more usage out of that. That brings forth the value of Copilot.
And why not have this? I mean, we've enabled it for every single microphone and speaker that's out there on Teams or on Windows, so it helps your organization. Marin, if you want to know what's new this month in calling, meeting, and devices, Martin has put together a great document. It's aka.ms, What's New CMD. This is a PowerPoint you can have. It goes through everything that's new in phones, new in premium, new in Teams Room devices. And there was too much to list. There are a lot of slides that you can use to help. This infographic was something that came across on the Microsoft Teams Twitter channel, and it was great to see, Marin. It is talking about the AI-powered workplace and how we're going to be working.
It takes that work trend index and a lot of the stats that we have in there, and it bundles it up into a really nice package around Teams. And I don't know, I think sometimes work trend index can be a little overwhelming. I like how this is packaged up in a small little infographic that you can send to your customers. So
and it really shows you how you can switch between devices, going from that hybrid work experience to the in-office experience and going through everything. Marin, I want to say this. I was yelled at this week. While these are a benefit for our partners that they can get Teams Room Pro licenses, thank you, Todd. This isn't free. This is not free, but this is a partner benefit that partners can get. Pro licenses, Teams Room Pro licenses, everything's out there. Make sure to go ahead and skill up, because starting on January 22nd in Partner Center, you'll be able to actually claim some of these benefits. Microsoft partners have a great place. And we've got a new learning path, Marin, for Microsoft Places. You can listen to 3 hours of Matt Slomka telling you don't know how to do this, but here's how you do this, Marin.
Well, that's the whole reason for attending a learning path, is learn more about something you don't know. And it is technically on Places, there are a lot of PowerShell things that you need to know. So if that is an area that scares you a little bit, go ahead and attack the places that scare you, I say. So there's a lot of questions. Are we going to have a badge here? I think more to come, likely in the next couple of months. So give yourself some time to get through this learning path, and hopefully around the March time frame, you might hear something new about that.
One session that I really, really like is actually part 4, a step-by-step guide for creating and uploading floor plans. This is a tricky one, and this is something that I've actually gone through myself. And while it's tricky, I think Matt does a great job of showing you exactly what you need to do and where you need to do it so that everything's there. Marin, we have had thousands of people trying to get this badge, and we know that you're trying, but we want to help you. We're going to actually go through one of the questions on the Microsoft Sales Badge for this week. Marin, how do express rooms, and this is a new category of rooms that we have, how do express rooms accomplish their design goal? And this is the key, Marin. select all that apply. Is it optimized for rapid deployment and minimal integration costs? Is it not requiring team certified devices as part of the room design? Is it using only off-the-shelf furniture? Furniture has been a huge part of how we're doing rooms. Is it using a new generation of lower cost devices? Marin, what do you say? And the answer is not C.
This is tricky. It's not easy, and I gotta be honest. I actually screwed this one up. So it is A and D.
That is correct. It is optimized for rapid deployment with minimal integration costs. If your customers are looking at rooms and thinking of ways, how can we do this quickly? Because we are bringing people back to the office. Express Rooms is one of the ways that all of us can help. Now, Marin, if you go to aka.ms Teams Room Sales Badge, you'll be presented 50 questions out of 100 questions. Now, we just gave you one of those questions. A passing grade is 80%. Once you do, you'll be able to get your badge. You'll be able to put it on LinkedIn. I know that my feed has been filled with badge questions. Badge obtainers all week, and it's great to see because we do have a lot of people that are getting it. Don't miss out, Marin. Go ahead, take the test. I was
going to say, we could hit a record for the most people in 1 week. So if you haven't dove in there yet, please go ahead and do that. It would be lovely to say that we broke a record of over 1,000 completed in 1 week. I think you said we've got about 1,000 in there. I think a lot of people have gotten halfway through it. Make sure you complete it. We've got a lot of people that didn't finish, so make sure you go in and finish it out. And if you actually didn't hit the full score of 80%, just know that you can do that as many times as you want to finish it.
Yeah, and speaking of as many times, Copilot for all, Marin, there has been a lot of announcements around Copilot this week. We don't want to skimp, and because Copilot and Teams Rooms are very much tied together at the customer. And remember, every Microsoft Teams Room customer has a seat at the table with a Copilot discussion. But Copilot for all is here. Look at Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat and Microsoft 365 Copilot. There is some challenges where you're going to have to read about it, understand it, and go through it. If you've got questions, you can reach out to your account people, and they'll be happy to make sure. Also delivering great impact with Copilot and the power of agents. We went through it last week, Marin. Agents are everything. And this is a blog post that'll actually walk you through agents. If you want to know this and more, aka.ms, what's new Copilot. Martin has put together everything, and this deck has everything that is included this week. So this is a brand new deck. Go ahead and make sure to download this. You'll have everything that's new. With that, Marin, let's jump into some of the AI Copilot goodness, and let's have Dave give us another AI prompt of the week. Go ahead and roll that tape.
Welcome back to another prompt of the week. I've heard a lot of conversation recently asking the question, is AI overhyped? And it's a fair question. My take, absolutely not. But here's a key differentiator I've observed. People who think that AI is overhyped are often approaching their work the same way they always have. While those that see value in AI are rethinking how they work. Let me share a real-life example. One where I used AI this week to rethink my approach to hiring. As a leader, it's critical that I articulate my vision for the roles that I need to fill in my team. The clearer I can make that vision, the better my recruiting team can help me fill the role with the right talent. But I'm busy, and I don't have a lot of time for a drawn-out process. Using AI, I've found a way to share that vision quicker and more clearly than ever before, and everyone benefits. Here's what I did. I started with a previous job description and shared that with Copilot. Then I explained the context, why I was hiring, how the roles would fit into my team, and what would make them unique. I asked Copilot what skills might be helpful for this role. And I iterated back and forth with Copilot, talking through which suggestions were important to me, which were required, and which might be optional. Then I asked Copilot, what questions do you have for me about this role? This was critical. Copilot's questions helped me think through details I might have missed, ensuring that I could clearly articulate my needs to the recruiting team. And finally, I asked Copilot to draft a polished job description. Using our standard format, keep the company details the same, and adjust only the specifics for this role. This experience reminded me of how AI can transform not just the speed of work, but the clarity and precision of it. By rethinking my approach with Copilot, I created a stronger foundation for finding the right talent, and faster. So is AI overhyped? Not if you're reusing it to rethink how you work. Take a moment to think about your own processes, how AI could help you work smarter. And share your thoughts in the comments. That's this week's Copilot Prompt of the Week. If you found value in this, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you think will find value. I'll see you next time.
Great example of prompting and using Copilot to actually write some and take some of that workload off, Marin. I don't think it's overhyped at all.
No, and I honestly think about our own job descriptions, like how has my job changed, and maybe put in your previous job description and see if it matches what you're actually doing today, because more than likely it's changed. So I think that's awesome. Great job, Dave.
Absolutely. That and other AI prompts of the weeks are on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TamesRandTechTalk. Now, Marin, for the roadmap, there weren't a lot of items this week, so I figured I'd tell everybody where I get the roadmap items from. Number one, Message Center, and number two, the public roadmap. We'll be putting those up on the links as well. There's a lot of upcoming events, Marin. On Monday, our friends at Logitech will be having a device partner showcase for the Microsoft people inside. Go ahead and sign up for that. That's a great every hour on Monday that we go through. Our friends at Shure, Marin, are at the AI Tour.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about our AI tour. I don't know that our world is like the bright and shining thing at the Microsoft AI tour. Obviously, Copilot's going to take front and center, but it's lovely to see our MTR partners showing up and showing people how to get the best value to Copilot within their spaces using powerful devices. So congrats to Shure for showing up at the AI tour. They'll be there in NYC. So if you plan to be there, check them out. They'll be demonstrating their latest solution set, which is great. They've got some big announcements coming up around ISE too, so make sure to check it out.
Yeah, and our friends at Logitech are also doing a virtual launch event coming up, so they'll be able to do that on January 22nd. Make sure to sign up. That's 4 days from now. Myself, Michael, Higgsy, Justin, and everybody else. Our MTDA man is next week. Again, this is not a recorded event, so we go ahead and we talk openly about everything that's coming on. Also, right after this, Marin, right after this, Michael is actually talking with one of our favorite people, Tom Arbanoth, on Teams Friday. This will be running on LinkedIn and on our YouTube channel live right after this. With that, Marin, I think it's time. We have gone 3 minutes over. But thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. Thank you, everybody. And again, ISE, we're going to have some big news next week around ISE. Join us back here every Friday at 9 a.m. because you're going to see some fun stuff that we're going to be planning at ISE. I see Dave is in the chat. I see Robbie's in the chat. I see Simon's in the chat. Randy and everybody else. For myself, Marin, and everybody else here that produces us behind the scenes, thank you very much for sticking with us every single Friday. And with that, I'll say, Marin, have a great weekend, and everybody out there, see you next Friday. Roll us out of here.
Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. You make it all worthwhile, you make me feel alive. I appreciate your support, it means the world to me. So thank you for watching, like and subscribe.